So how do archaeologists know what they know about the site of Pompeii?
Archaeologists and volcanologists were able to survey the Pompeii excavation of the AD 79 eruption in the last few years. The site they surveyed specifically was the Casa di Stebianis. Upon surveying the site, it was quite apparent that they could begin to create low-level theories. The site, along with the remains, were embedded in ash and sediment, and there was a deposit that formed on top of the, quote, fallout pumice bed, unquote. After observation, they were able to link their findings with hypotheses of what produced them, which are also known as middle-level theories. Because of their observations, they theorized that pyroclastic density currents must have entered into houses through openings or collapsed roofs, leading to the people of Pompeii being engulfed in ash. But what are pyroclastic density currents, and why do you need to know them in order to understand this article? Pyroclastic density currents, or PDCs, are gas particles that flow at ground level as a result of the collapse of an eruption column, which is pictured here. They move away from volcanoes at high speed and are able to move ash at a very fast rate, with also high temperatures. They also found that there were no broken bones or signs of trauma to the bodies. Their clothing was also intact and was not burnt. After the excavation, alongside archaeologists, volcanologists were able to take the deposit and lamina thickness from the ash. They then calculated equations such as gas density, particle density, aggregation rate, and temperature. After many different equations, they were able to find that the strength of the pressure of the pyroclastic density flow was low, being lower than 1 kPa. The temperature of the gas particles was also low, and they calculated a flow duration of around 17 minutes. These discoveries can also be taken back into the middle-level theories, where low pressure can be represented by the no broken bones or the trauma to the bodies. The low temperature of the gas particles can be represented by the clothing being intact and not burnt. Pyroclastic flow can also be represented by the covering of the ash over the bodies. Based on other literature that was cited in the article, fine ash exposure can only be survived for a few minutes, around 3 to 5, whereas this flow duration lasted around 17 minutes. Archaeologists were able to conclude that there was no way that the people of Pompeii would have been able to survive the flow duration of 17 minutes. These conclusions were able to address high-level theories, such as questions like why did the people of Pompeii die, and why were their bodies able to be preserved?